All right, everyone, I'm here with a very special guest today. I'm here with my friend Tyler Hayek. How are you, Tyler?
Doing well, Liz. I appreciate you having me today.
Of course. I guess I'll give a little bit of background and then you can correct me on whatever I'm wrong here. But I met Tyler through college. He played football at Rutgers. I didn't do anything at Rutgers. And now you're Jersey born and raised, but now you're out living in Austin, Texas all by yourself, right?
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly how we did meet at Rutgers.
I don't
Must have been
remember.
at a bar out or a party or something. But yeah, no, pretty accurate for sure. And yeah, now I'm down in Austin, Texas.
That's awesome. What are you doing down there? Like, besides, I know you do a lot of like modeling stuff, but do you work full time or like what brought
Yeah,
you to
so
Texas?
yeah, so I'm working full time. I did move down here for a job. I'm working in tech sales, more specifically cybersecurity software sales.
Hmm.
Working for a pretty big company out here. Originally moved down like because the job was like, you have to come. I was like, I'm not gonna leave. It's a great company. Um, and then now I'm fully remote as of like 2 or 3 months ago, so I can kind of go where I want. But I love Austin, so I'm just gonna kind of hang out here. And besides doing that full time, and like you said, I am doing some modeling, and then obviously just like some influencing stuff as well on the side.
That's awesome. Would you go anywhere else besides like do you have your eye on anything else besides Austin?
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it. My lease is up in like 3 or 4 months, so I'm looking to get another apartment down here. I'm either gonna stay one more year or I'm gonna stay 2 more years, but I want to be back at like a beach somewhere. Like I need to be on the coast.
Yeah.
I was thinking West Coast, maybe like San Diego, maybe. But then I've been thinking about like either Florida or Carolinas pretty heavily. So we'll see. I don't know. We're just gonna see where life goes.
I like it. I've never been to Austin. I've only been to Houston and it sucked, honestly.
You don't even, yeah, you can't
I
even compare. Houston's not, yeah, I don't love Houston either. I was there for like 5 hours to pick my friend up who crashed their car, and I did not love it. And then Austin's way different, but yeah, if you get a chance, you definitely have to, come visit.
Yeah, I do want to. I've heard great things. I know some people that live down there for a little. I went to Houston and was like so excited because I went for like Alpha Elite's summer shredding competition last year, like 2021, and I got there and there was just nothing. Like
Yeah,
there was no people in the city. Like there was just nothing.
yeah, it's humid down there. The weather is like not great, especially in the summer. It's very humid because it's close by the water. Yeah, I mean the only thing down there is literally that gym. It's
Yeah.
like the reason people go to Houston.
It's not even in Houston. It's like 20 minutes outside of Houston in Sugarland, I think. It's
Yeah.
not really worth it in my opinion. But how was it like kind of moving away to a different state all by yourself? Like how did you make friends, find out what to do, all that?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely different, and you're always like kind of taking um, a risk when you're moving, whether it be financially or socially. Because I didn't really know too many people down here. Obviously, I had some coworkers and stuff that lived down in Austin, so I knew them. But just like meeting new people, especially in Austin, is really easy. If you go out to like any bar and just like say hi to somebody, you just like invited to their friend group. You can make
Hmm.
friends down here so easily. But for me personally, at work. Everybody at my work's pretty young, at that position. So I was friends with a lot of my coworkers were all in our like mid 20s. So we would just like hang out, go out, and then everybody also is down here for mostly tech sales. So just
Uh,
like meeting people from like friends like other buildings, like their neighbors, meeting people out. And then you just like start a conversation and they're just like tech sales. You're like, yeah, tech sales. And then like
it's
now
like a
everybody's
huge
friends.
headquarter for that type of stuff. So I know the
Yeah.
guy who's the bachelor right now lives in Austin and does tech sales.
Yeah, we have like oh man, there's like 3 or 4 bachelors that live down here in Austin. And like a couple other reality TV show people. I know there's another person at the same company as me that was like on Big Brother.
Huh.
Uh but yeah, no, I literally just met like another bachelor that also lived down here. But
Huh.
a lot of companies are moving down here.
Is that I could totally see you on a television show. Do you
Yeah,
think
I've had like
you ever do?
I don't know. I've had like the recruiters like reach out to me and stuff. I never even like started the process to try it. Just been
I feel like
like,
you do well. I don't know. Depending on the show, I guess.
yeah, I wouldn't want to do like a Love Island or something. Those are just like so like makeup up to make people just like look bad. And I've had like friends on there that's just like not a great experience. I would consider definitely like doing the Bachelor at some point.
You should.
Um, it's like very career focused right now, so I'm kind of just like waiting, maybe in like another like year or two. We'll see.
Yeah. I've had like some recruiters reach out to me, but it's only for like the really shitty MTV one, like X on the beach. Like, why would I ever want to contact
Yeah,
my ex and bring him on the beach with me to go
yeah,
on
yeah.
television?
Definitely not. And there was a really funny one that reached out to me. I think they just came out with the trailer now. It's like young guys, and then there's like older women. It's like cougars all on like an island. There's just no shortage of ideas, I guess, there.
Nah, I guess I feel like if you're gonna go on one, you gotta go on one like The Bachelor that's been around. Because I think that all the ones that are starting to pop up are gonna be like one seasoners or not even make it to air because they're just getting really dumb with them.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, a lot of those guys are actually down here.
That's crazy. So I kind of something I wanted to ask and have you on for is because I kind of went over briefly, like you played sports in college and all through your basically your whole life. What was that transition like? Stopping like playing like the sport you played your whole life and now training for yourself. Like, what is your like physical activity routine look like now?
Yeah, so in terms of just like physical activity, coming out of a sport, it was easy for me in a professional sense when it came to work, first off. Because I was kind of already done with my sport. My head was kind of already out of it
Mhm.
a while. So I was already prepared to kind of get into the real world and working and exploring different options and kind of what I wanted to do. And just started to, work and figure it out. So in that sense, it was pretty easy. And then when it came to just working out, it was easier for me. And I liked it a lot more because now I can kind of just work out,
Mhm.
do what I want to do. And it's more of like an appearance thing now. So I can kind of work out to look good, and feel good and just be healthy. When, I was working out to play a sport in college, play football, it was more of trying to get quicker, get faster, not necessarily get bigger, but obviously get bigger. And just like my diet was crazy, just like eating anything. It didn't even matter if it was healthy. I was eating like whole pizza pies in
God.
college. It was stupid to think about. I like look back and I was like, I would eat an entire pizza pie like before bed and like had no problem with it. And we were
Oh,
burning a ton of calories, but like now I look back at it and like I have one slice of pizza now. I'm like, oh man, that was
I think you're probably burnt out.
yeah, yeah. So you definitely get burnt out, but now it's nice. I like you want to run, you just work out and kind of just like do what I want to do. So it's nice, but definitely like football definitely helped me on a workout sense to be able to like actually push myself and have a routine and have a workout regimen.
Yeah. So are you like a before work kind of guy or after work kind of guy?
And so like with football, it burnt me out in the mornings. Like I like want to be able to, get up and start doing that again. It's just like it's like PTSD. It's like I cannot like 4 or 5 or 6 or even like I can wake up at like 6 and go to the gym and like, be there at 7, even if I get done by 8. Like I can do that. I have the flexibility, but I just like, can't do it right now. So I'll do like midday sometimes during work. I'll go like noon or 1,
Yeah.
or I'll just go like after like 4.
That's what I do. The way that I tried it for like a week, and I mean, you guys had to get up like every day, super
Hmm.
early. I never had to do that. I did it for like the first month when I started working full time, and then I was like, I'm so tired when I wake up and when I go to bed at like 9 o'clock. I have like no family essentially and nothing else to do. Like, why don't I just go after work? Because like, what am I getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning for? You know?
Yeah. And then, like, what else are you even gonna do after work anyway?
Nothing. Like I would stop working at like 4 or 5 and then I would just be really tired and have nothing to do for the rest of the night. So, and I would sit in my house and just like eat until it was an appropriate time for dinner. So now I'm out of the house.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. I think you just get bored and you're just like hanging around, start like just snacking on something or just like going on TikTok or something, just like going down a hole.
Yeah, it gives me something to look forward to too during the workday where when it comes to like that 3 o'clock hour, like 2, 3 o'clock, when you start to get burnt out, I'm like, all right, my favorite part's still coming. Like I have some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, just down some like pre-workout. And it's like, all right, we're ready to go in a little bit.
Yeah. So do you just like you said you run, but I'm assuming you do like weightlifting. Have you tried anything else? Like any other? forms of exercise or just the standard? I'm a obviously
Um,
huge weightlifting girl.
yeah, yeah, you're doing a great job
Thank you.
with that and your content. You look great.
Thanks.
But for me personally, like I had friends like try to drag me to Pilates, but I don't fit on that. What is, I don't know what it's called, a transformer or something. Like I don't fit on that. I'm way too big thing or too tall. But in terms of running, like I wish I could run. I could run more. I wish I did run more. I try to go at least once a week just to run, and then I'm also doing yoga once a week.
Oh, it's awesome.
I go on Sundays or at least like twice a month at a minimum. So I like working yoga, weightlifting, some running once in a while. Uh, I definitely want to like get to running more for
Yeah.
sure. Just kind of work that into my schedule. But yeah, I mean that's kind of like what I've been doing. I don't know if there's anything else I would try. I guess if you like consider rock climbing a workout, I like a lot of people here climb.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a huge thing now.
yeah, and it was pretty cool. So I might like try that. But I don't know, we'll see.
Do you do any like do you snowboard? Oh, I guess you really can in Austin, but like have you ever snowboarded or any of that kind of stuff, skied?
I'm scared. I'm so scared. Like I've been
Really?
skydiving. Yes, I've been skydiving and I'm like totally fine. Like I'll go skydiving again for sure. Because I mean the worst that happens is like you're done. You're dead right away.
I
But
guess.
like
I
I get
guess.
yeah. If you think about it. But like
Yeah, I
snowboarding,
mean, I guess you either land or you don't. Oh God.
but when it comes to snowboarding and skiing, it's like I mean there's trees and rocks and
Yeah.
ankles or knees. Like you break. I've had like people like break arms. Like you can get concussions and stuff. So I don't know. I want to go though. I do want to go. Probably
I
like ski
went for
season.
the first time in so I'm sure you've heard, but we had such a weird winter this year in Jersey. Like I mean, I'm like more south than where you're from. I'm like right in the middle. So we had snow once and it was gone by like 11 a.m. So before winter started in like December, I learned how to snowboard at the American Dream Mall. And it was actually really nice because it was really safe. There was no trees or rocks and a bunch of little kids. So it was a really good place to learn. And then I thought I was going to be able to go out and like put it to use outside this winter, and then nothing happened. So I haven't gone back since, but it's not as scary as it seems.
Yeah.
I will
Since you went snowboarding, did you want to go skiing at all? Or
No, I've always heard that snowboarding's harder. So I was like, I'll just like I want to go for it. Then my friend who was teaching me was like, "Are you sure? Like, are you sure you don't want to try skiing? It's a lot easier." And I'm that type of person where it's like I don't want to do the easier thing. Like I want to do the harder thing. So I was like, no, like if you think that I should be doing the easier thing, no, I'm just gonna try the harder thing. And with yoga, like doing a lot of yoga, it kind of clicks in your head like how to keep yourself balanced. So I figured it wasn't that bad, but I haven't done it outdoors yet. I think
Mhm.
surfing was a little bit scarier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're athletic too, so I mean, you'll just like figure it out as you go. But nah, yeah, definitely like next season, I want to, I guess, snowboard. Everybody tells me just to go snowboard. So
Can you even do that around you? Like, is there parts of
I
Texas?
mean, Colorado's close, so you just
Oh,
like fly over to Colorado.
I guess you're right. My geography is so bad. I always forget that Dallas is the one that's closer to Houston. You're on like the
No,
west side of Texas,
Austin's
right? Kind of.
closer to Houston. Now you're mixing me up.
Wait.
Now you got me all over the place.
Well, I don't ask me because I'm the wrong. I
Yeah,
thought
no, no,
Dallas is
no.
more east, right?
Dallas is north. Dallas is north. And then like Austin's like dead center of Texas. And then
Huh.
it's San Antonio and Houston are kind of below us.
Houston's not that far from like Mexico. Well, I guess it's all.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean we're dead center, so we're not too far, but yeah, like Houston and San Antonio are south, so those are gonna be closer.
Yeah, I was when I was going to Houston, people like I mean, I guess that I remember this one person, he was from Tennessee. Like I had connected with him on social media before, and he was like, "Oh, so excited for you to come. Like you're gonna love it. We're so close to the beach." It's like not close to the beach at all. Like compared to me, where it takes me like 25 minutes to get to the beach, I was like, we're like nowhere near the beach. But this guy was from like Memphis, Tennessee. So he's like, I guess it's all relative. I don't know.
Tennessee. No, Tennessee, how that's not close at all.
No, I know. But well, he was thinking, I guess, because he's like from Tennessee and moved down to Houston. So he was like, oh, Houston's like right by the beach. It's so nice. And then I went down there and was like, we're like an hour and a half from the beach. This is not close.
Yeah, but in terms of Texas, that is like close because I mean, for me,
Yeah.
in literally the middle of Texas for the most part, is like nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how you do. I don't know how you do that. I need to be by the water or I couldn't move to where where you are, but I have heard it's fun.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We have like lakes and stuff, and people like take paddle boards out. And that's gonna start up soon again. Like in the summer, it's awesome. There's thousands of people out there. Everybody just like gets paddle boards, goes out there, like has drinks, food, whatever it is, music, like hangs out. So that's cool. But yeah, I mean that's like kind of why I want to get back to a coast at some point. You feel like trapped in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I also just, I mean, I love going to the beach. And I know a lot of people in Jersey like don't for some reason, but I grew up so close that I can't not have it within driving distance.
Yeah, yeah, like yeah, especially growing up in Jersey, where like we have pretty much like anything you want to go to, like city, beach, suburbs. You can go to West New Jersey and go to a farm. Like
I know.
there's so much.
I
Yeah,
know. I'm in a weird part of Jersey where it's like I'm close to the beach, but where I am, there's also farmland like everywhere. Like there's so many signs that are like watch for horse crossings and stuff. And I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know where I am. How was it like? Because I mean, I guess I should say you have a twin brother and you guys went to college together too. How is it like moving away from him for the first time, I guess, and like totally being separate? Is it nice?
Yeah, I mean I'm pretty independent.
Yeah, I feel like you guys both are. It's just you've always
Yeah,
gone to school together.
yeah, exactly. And we've always gone to school together, except for then when he transferred over
Yeah.
to Stony Brook or something. Yeah, Stony Brook for like a year, but I keep forgetting.
Like I don't even know.
Yeah, but no, he transferred over. But yeah, growing up, we've been like in school and close to each other and playing the same sports and everything our whole life. But we were always like very independent and different. So it wasn't that hard. And I think him and his girlfriend are gonna try to come down. When is this being? When are you gonna release this podcast? The
This
most
one's
part.
actually going to be on next Mondays because I need something.
Okay. All right, and soon to be fiance. So he's
Oh my God.
yeah, so he's actually getting engaged on Tuesday. So I just wanted to make sure.
Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah,
well, tell her not to listen to this.
yeah.
Then
That's getting done Tuesday, Sunday, the 19th, whenever that is.
Sunday, 19th is Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. So he's proposing on Sunday. They're going on the Bahamas, so that's exciting.
Holy
And I'm
crap.
like, I can't like keep secrets, so it's like so tough. Like when he FaceTimes me or she FaceTimes me and stuff.
You could just not answer.
Yeah, because he asked everybody's going to the Bahamas to kind of surprise her, and
Are you
he's like,
going?
no, I have too much going on. Like I started a new position and stuff, so
Okay.
um, but yeah, so like I would call him, and I'm like, oh, like what are you doing next weekend? He's like, oh, I'm going to the Bahamas. I'm like, oh, must be nice. Like just like trying not to say anything.
Dang.
Like, be nice. Can't believe you guys are going there. Like enjoy.
Wow, that's crazy. Is it the same girl that was like on and off through college?
Yeah, yeah. Ever since like high school, for the most
Wow.
part,
Yeah, that's what I meant. Wow, that's kind of crazy.
pretty
Huh.
wild.
Wow. No, I feel like it'd be nice for you though. What I was gonna say is like, I don't know. I feel like I always hear with twins, obviously I wouldn't know for myself. Like everyone kind of knows you as like having a twin, and you guys look so different to begin with, but coming down here, it's like it's kind of like you get to be your own person. You're not attached to any name or anything, you know?
Yeah, and that's definitely like a nice thing too, is like where no one knows you, you can kind of be yourself and not necessarily like, be someone different, but be more of who you are, especially like when you're meeting new people and stuff. Some people I feel like kind of get scared like around their old friends to like change up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've like dealt with that also, like when you were starting out with your like content creation where people were like saying stuff and you're like, yeah, all right, go ahead, but this is what I'm doing. So definitely like when I came down here and started that, it was easier just like around new people. But yeah, I tell people now I have a twin. They're like, what? And I show them, they're like, yeah, you don't look alike. I'm like,
No, you
yeah,
guys look nothing alike at all. I don't even think you really look like brothers.
not at all.
No, I feel like that's kind of what I need. And that's like also another reason why I came out here, loved it, and was like, I want to stay. just because I feel like growing up in New Jersey and then going to Rutgers, everyone's heard something about you, whether it be like true or not. And it just must be really refreshing to move to a new space where like nobody knows anything about like your background and you could just be like yourself with
Yeah.
nothing like attached to your name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So it's it's really nice to kind of start with a clean slate and definitely like helps you grow as a person in like all aspects of your life. So I'm excited to definitely kind of get out of Austin another year or two and start somewhere fresh and just explore like a new city, new people, new cultures, whatever it is. But speaking of Rutgers, I am going out to and LA or California. I'm going out to San Francisco to go see one of our old buddies over at Rutgers, Brendan. And
Brendan.
Chang.
Oh, I was like, not Brendan Bordner. He's in Florida.
No, he's down in Florida.
Oh my God. Wait, you went or you are going?
I'm going next month.
I'm jealous.
Hopefully.
One of my best friends from Rutgers is going to law school in San Diego. So I was like, if you need a roommate, I'll come.
Yeah. No, you're gonna enjoy it out there for sure.
There's just
Especially
a lot of opportunity, and there's some people from Rutgers and stuff that I know out here, but like just enough where it's like, okay, I'd move here and I'd know someone, but not enough where it's like I'd be, it's like you go out in Jersey and I go out in Hoboken, I see people from college, high school, and middle school, like all in one
yeah.
night. And it's like so bland and overwhelming.
Yeah, Jersey's definitely very small.
Yeah. I could see you living in New York City though. I feel like.
Yeah, that's definitely like I definitely want to like be in New York for at least like a year or two, like have an apartment like in the city and like kind of do that. But I don't want to be like I need to have like enough money. Like I want to be making like a really good amount of money, so I'm not like having to worry about going out and things
Yeah.
like that. Like I want a nice spot. Like I don't want to like live in like a 100 square foot apartment and like do my laundry 6 blocks away. Like I want to be somewhere nice.
I agree. I think that's a smart move, but I think you would do well there, especially because you have like you've been doing really well with like your modeling stuff. Everything you posted seems great. But how did you get into that? I mean, you're like the perfect person for it, but how did that come about?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. So I've always like wanted to kind of post and I was like just like post pictures on my Instagram and it would, they would do well, but like my page obviously wouldn't grow just from doing that and I had to post stuff. So like when TikTok came out, I didn't post anything. I was just watching and I was just telling everybody else to post. Um, and then I kind of got back from a trip and then I was like kind of just like talking to myself. I was like, why don't you just post? So, like, what's the worst that can happen? Just do it.
Mhm.
So I just started posting just like random stuff, just like taking videos, trying so hard with like different edits and meeting like people that had some good followings on TikTok and they were like also trying to give me some advice. And then like when I finally moved to I was like posting, I had some videos up, and then when I finally like moved to Austin, I just like posted more, and then like one video just caught and blew up, and I was like, oh shit, this is how it works. So then from there, I just like kept posting, kept posting, kept posting. And at the first post that blew up was like the day after I got signed in a modeling agency in Dallas. So those kind of worked well together, and then everything just started blowing up, and it just kept going.
That's awesome. So do you work with any like brands exclusively, or do you just do like campaigns and like when people reach out to you for that kind of
Uh,
stuff?
so when it comes to modeling, whoever goes kind of like to my agency, and they'll just say like, "Hey, we need this certain look, we need this certain person," or they'll possibly just come and want me specifically, which has happened.
Cool.
Someone that I've like, yeah, it's pretty neat. So there's no one like I've really like. I'm not like signed with anybody exclusively or any brands, but kind of whoever comes. But it's
That's
pretty.
cool. So what have you like what have you done? Like what kind of shoots and stuff or like for what type of brands?
Yeah, so down in Texas, it's only right. I've done a lot of Western wear. So,
I have seen a few of those on your Instagram.
yeah, I've had a couple cowboy shirts, couple boots, couple hats on. That was cool. It was actually with a really big brand down in the south. It's called Cavender's.
Okay.
Uh, everybody down here will know it, but yeah, no, I mean it's a pretty big brand, and they were a lot of fun. And then just other like smaller brands here and there, and yeah, I mean it's ton of fun. I want to give too many brand shout outs, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did another cool shoot with just recently someone called USA Palm, and it's kind of very Lululemon type material.
Okay.
Uh, it's nice. Like you can wear their stuff with like go golfing. You could
Mhm.
like wear that stuff to work out. And they were pretty cool. I kind of brought that one to my agency. So they kind of wanted me specifically, but it was cool. I don't know if you saw the picture I posted with like the different colored shirt on. Did you see it? I
No, I
haven't
didn't.
posted it yet.
I didn't
But it's like on my Snapchat, my story. Yeah.
see
I'll send it over to you after.
it. Okay. Yeah, I want to say. So I did you get to keep the cowboy hat and boots, or do you have to give back?
No, so they gave me I think that
That's
brand
a
gave me
question.
like a shirt. It was
Okay.
like a pearl snap shirt, but I did get boots sent to me. So I got boots sent to me.
Nice.
I got a hat sent to me.
Have
Got
you
some
worn
rainwear.
them? That's the next question.
Uh, so I feel too tall in the boots. Yeah, I feel way too tall. I feel like I'm like 6'7" in them, and just like
Probably are.
yeah, and I just feel way too tall. But NASCAR is coming up, I think, in a week or two.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
wearing my boots there over at the Coda F1 track,
Nice.
and I'm gonna take a pair of jeans that don't really fit me. I'm probably gonna cut them to be shorts
There
and
you
or
go.
shorts, and then wear my boots and my hat, and probably a cut off. I'm gonna do like a cut off t-shirt or something.
It's funny just because I'm picturing the outfit and like this is like what Brendan Bordner wears like every day just because that's his style.
Yeah, so I'm literally just gonna be wearing what he wears.
That's funny. I have a pair of my dad got me them like a while ago, a pair of cowboy boots from Tennessee, and I wore them when I went to Nashville. And they're I forget what Lucchese or something. Is that the
Sounds
brand?
familiar, yeah.
It's like apparently it's like a really expensive brand. Like the boots were like $500. They were not comfortable at all.
Oh,
They
yeah, so it depends on the brands. Like a lot of some brands are very comfortable. Like Ariat. I'm gonna say it wrong. People are getting mad. But those are super comfortable. But yeah, I mean, there's like all different types. But yeah, some are comfortable. But yeah, they all are expensive. All the boots are expensive.
I was surprised. They're like $500 and they weren't that comfortable. I'm like, I think I could have went to Forever 21 and bought like a $20 pair and they would have done me fine for the weekend.
No, it's crazy, and that's like on the cheap end too. Same thing with hats down here. Like, I've like met some people that have like hat like containers, and they're like $1,000, $2,000 hats, $1,000 boots. I'm like, damn, where are you going? Where are you going with
Where do
those?
you, yeah, like what, like how do you justify that? Like, yeah, where are you going with those?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We say that, but then we spend money on stupid
I
shit.
guess. I guess, but I feel like if I were to spend like if I were to spend $1,000 on a pair of like black regular boots, I'd get a lot more use out of it.
Yeah,
Do people walk around? Because you're in a city, and I feel like a lot of people have migrated from other places. Do people walk around in cowboy boots, or is
not
that
at
just
all.
like
Not in Austin. There's not really any cowboys over here. But if I was like when I did like my shoots up in Dallas around like Enos and well like northwest or a little bit north of like Fort Worth and stuff by Dallas, when I was like in the country, that's where like people are wearing like boots and hats and things like that. Yeah.
I just can't wrap my head around that like places like that are like very real.
Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. I'm out there like totally out of my element. So I'm like Jersey, New York, like definitely like a city boy. And like I'm out there like on a ranch doing a shoot for somebody. And they're just like they're getting the cattle and there's like we're on the back of a truck driving through a ranch and there's like hay on the back of the truck. And I'm like, this is not my element. I'm like asking the questions, but like I'm loving it too.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's
stuff
fun for a day.
yeah, yeah. Play cowboy for like a day or two. It's great.
Yeah, and then you go back home and take a nice shower and
Yeah, yeah,
that's
exactly. I'm like back in the city. I'm like,
it.
that's it.
What's your I guess short-term goal, I guess, with the whole modeling thing? Like what do you want to do with it? Or where do you want to go with it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not something that like I want to do long term.
Just like
So I
fun.
mean, yeah, I guess it'd be like more of a short term. It's obviously just like for fun, for exposure.
Yeah.
Definitely meet like so many cool people. So that's like a big thing about it. It's just like meeting people. Um, but
Get
yeah,
some
no,
money in your pocket too, I'm sure, which is never
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely like a really good side income as well, especially when like business is actually busy.
yeah.
Uh, Yeah, I mean, like really just short-term goals, working with cool brands. I
Yeah.
really want to work with like Neiman Marcus. They're pretty big um with our agency. So, I want to work with them for sure. And kind of just see where it goes, but nothing really serious. Like I'm not putting like
Right.
all my eggs in that basket.
It's kind of nice to hear that there's still some people that exist, I guess, even though I'm kind of turning like to the other side now, but like people that are actually like love their full-time job or like really driven by it and like don't want to just be an influencer or do all the fun stuff. And I always said that I'm like one of those people, but now that I'm getting more involved with like the online stuff, I'm like, God, I don't have time for both. Or I do have time for both, but I don't want to do both.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, having a career is definitely just helps you feel safe because I mean that's just income that's coming in.
Yeah, that's how
And
I
then,
feel about it.
yeah, exactly. And then, like, you're not gonna always like work with a brand unless you're like really, really big and you have like millions of followers. Like you're not gonna be able to, it's not gonna be sustainable. Or just yeah, I mean sustainable. But yeah, I mean I like my job and I guess my career really.
Yeah.
It's fun and it's also super flexible. So like if I have to go to a shoot or something, I can just go. I don't really need to like take time off. And they're great with that. So, but
You
I mean
don't
I
have to
love
travel a lot for your work because I know you said you're in like sales. You don't
Yeah,
have.
not right now. Yeah, not right now. So I'm in it's technically inside sales,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's all online. But hopefully in a year to a year and a half-ish, hopefully in a year, I really want to get into that field role. So then I can like, be on the
Yeah.
road, meet people in person, go to different events because I just love like meeting people, especially just down here. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You get to see different places and like I don't know. I feel like the country's so big and I've never had like any ambition to move. And now that I've been traveling to more places, I'm like, there's so much out there that I just have never been exposed to.
Yeah, even if you're like in a city for like a day or two, because I like work and also like
Yeah.
work also makes like opportunities where like we went to Vegas I think like
That's
two or
fun.
3 weeks ago, and like I don't know like when I would be to Vegas, probably like for some like bachelor party or something down the line. But
Maybe
it
your
was
brothers.
yeah, yeah, it was nice to get like LA a couple months ago, but yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite place that you've traveled to domestically? I'll say I'll in the country.
So in the States,
I always ask people this and it's always a hard one.
so I mean I know I didn't say I didn't like LA, but that's mainly just because of, some of like the people there and I
Yeah.
guess the culture around it. Um, but I love like the scenery over there. Like it was incredible. I like had a rental car out there and like I just drove myself
Yeah.
um up onto those hills, whatever. I don't know if it's called Hollywood Hills or anything. I don't know
There
it
are
too.
the Hollywood Hills, but there's a ton of hills around here.
Yeah, whatever it was. I was on like these hills and I was just like driving through like those windy roads, like along the
Yeah.
top, and just like overlooking all of LA, overlooking all the mountains, and it was just like beautiful. And like honestly, like definitely one of my favorite places I've been like driven around. Especially going from Texas where everything's flat. I'm like, holy shit, there's mountains again.
There's depth. I know
Yeah.
that's how I feel driving around. I was in an Uber today that was taking me. He was taking me in the totally wrong direction, but we were like going through some neighborhoods and it was down those roads, and it's definitely cool to see that those places exist because I think my part of Jersey is pretty flat. There's nothing around me,
Yeah.
so even when I work in Bridgewater, so I drive 40 minutes north, and there's like some teeny tiny mountains up there. And when I first started working there, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. There's just horses by me in farmland.
Yeah. No, I definitely want to see like more of the states. For sure. Like, I want to go to Colorado at some point. I mean, I've been to like Michigan and stuff, but that was just like for football. But like, I
Yeah.
want to like see the stuff in Michigan. I want to go to Chicago. I haven't been to Chicago.
Yeah, I
Uh,
haven't either.
yeah, and, like definitely want to like see Montana and like mountains and stuff like that. I guess just to
I don't know
see it.
what I would do in Montana
Yeah, me either, but just to see
just to
it.
see it. I mean,
Yeah.
Gilu
Yeah.
spent a year in South Dakota, and I asked him how it was, and he said it was so cold and just nothing. Like there was just nothing. Like
I
he would go
wouldn't
to
go.
take his dog out, and the dog wouldn't want to go outside because it was so cold.
Yeah, that's terrible. I definitely wouldn't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, in terms of traveling, I'm going to London or London. I'm going to Europe. I'm going to a couple places.
That's fun. By yourself or like with family?
No, a couple of old Rutgers football teammates.
Oh, fun. That's so
Yes,
exciting.
that'll be fun.
That's exciting. How does it feel seeing like I guess like some of the people you've played with now are like doing big things and going into the draft and like Pacheco is in the Super Bowl. Is that like a weird feeling? My parents ask me as if I know him. I'm like, I don't know. I have friends who know him.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. I mean, Pacheco's a great example of someone who's done really, really well with their football career. He was always a hard working kid, super nice kid as well. So I'm glad he's doing well. I'm super happy for him. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other people that are, taking their shot at the NFL. I know a couple other people have made it, a couple people on practice squads, and everybody's doing great and everybody's kind of on their own journey and their own path. And then there's other people that also just like went into the work world and they're kind of doing their thing. But yeah, I mean, like hats off to everybody for doing well so far. And then, if they aren't, they're gonna figure it out soon.
Do you think that being like on the football team or playing a sport in college helped you career wise, or like did it not really make a difference?
I think so. 100%. Yeah. Especially like in sales, or I guess like in the work world. People that did play sports in college, they kind of have like sort of like a different work ethic. So like
Yeah.
when it comes to like especially sales, like you have your hours that you have to work, but I've always like when I first started just like putting in extra hours when I first started, and also I was like starting this new position, just like putting the extra hours, and it feels so easy compared to like waking up at 3 a.m. and going to bed at like midnight and like
Yeah.
redoing it the next day. Like that was hard. Like that was really hard. And then like this is like nothing. Like this is easy. Like, oh, I gotta wake up and jump on a couple calls and
Yeah. I
well,
was
a
gonna
couple.
say, I feel like it's almost like less on your plate now because you were balancing like being an athlete, being a student, and having somewhat of like a social life or trying to at least as well. And now it's like you go to work and when the workday's over, like that's it. It's up to you.
Yeah, like do whatever side hustles you got, or go to the gym, go get a drink with some friends, and it's definitely more relaxed. And now, yeah, I mean, I'm loving it so far.
Yeah. I had J. Lu on like one of my first episodes and we were talking a little bit and he said for a while, like a long period after he stopped playing football, he just didn't like exercise or really work out at all because he was so burnt out. Did you ever like go through that or was it just kind of like, all right, it's done and now I gotta stay active?
Yeah, for me, I was like, I didn't want to. There's a lot of people that just like stop and then they
Yeah.
just bingy and do a lot and kind of lose it. When I was done, I started working out like right away, and then never kind of lost that routine because once you like stop for a while. It is tough to definitely get back into the gym and start working out again. But
Yeah.
once you're in there and like you have a pretty good routine down, it's hard to actually stop and take
Yeah.
it. So that's kind of where I was. I like went in, I was like, I don't want to get lazy. I just want to keep going. It also just helps me with like my schedule, my energy, and things like that.
Just being a healthy person. I mean, it's like I know you said earlier, it's like now you get to work out and more for aesthetics rather than like strength or speed or anything. And like we all kind of work out for that, but it's also just to be a healthy person. Like it's not always about, you might be totally fine with the way that you look and think that you're like the best looking person on the earth, but it's not going to help with like your heart health and bone density and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're blasting gear. Yeah, it's not gonna help. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So this was another thing that I asked him because you mentioned that there was a time where you had to eat like everything and anything and you were eating like pizza pies before bed. Did that like mess up your like metabolism at all? Like when I guess when things were over, like did you have like do you think it was like it messed up your relationship with food at all? Or were you just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna go but like you had a sense of how normal people eat, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like switching up my diet was tough. I mean, I always like knew how to kind of eat healthy and what I had to eat.
Yeah.
When I was like playing football, I was like, I need to gain weight.
Yeah.
I always had a fast metabolism, so I would have to like eat a lot every single day, and you just like eat anything, and I just felt so gross doing it. Like I
Yeah.
look back, and I'm like, I can't even believe that I would like actually do that shit. Like I don't even know how many calories it was, but ridiculous.
Well,
Um,
pizza pie is definitely more than I'm supposed to be eating in a day. But I'm
yeah,
like a foot and a half smaller than you.
yeah, it's gross. Nobody should eat a whole pizza pie. But yeah, no, like once I was done, I was like, damn, I don't have to like, gain any weight. Like I would go out to restaurants sometimes and like damn, like I really want to have like the fish or something because I really like the fish.
Yeah.
But then like when I was playing football, I'm like, that's not enough food. Like I can't do that because I need to like maintain. So then I would have to like get like a pasta with like some meat or something, and then like have to order some like extra sides, things like that. Now I can just like go and be like, okay, like I'm just gonna get a fish. Like if I'm hungry later, if I want like more calories, I'll like have a little snack later or something. But I don't need to eat like 3,000 calories on this meal right now.
That's got to be really nice because I feel like a lot of people that I talk to and just like clients that I have and stuff, it's always like the opposite. And you always hear about people who are trying to like cut down and lose weight and stuff that I think people forget that it's hard for some people to gain weight
Oh
as
yeah.
well, you know? And some people are like, oh, you're so lucky, like you don't gain weight. But I know like my cousin is someone who struggles to gain weight and she doesn't like it when people point out that she's skinny. Like she wants to build muscle and put on mass, but it's harder for her.
Yeah, and I like always growing up, like I had fast metabolism, so it was really hard to kind of put on that weight. Until like when I got into playing college football and they were like, you're definitely not eating enough. And I'm like, okay, now I understand. And then like I would like be eating just like, oh man, like breakfast, after meal, like shaking between that, snack, lunch, second
I would
lunch, snack.
throw up. I wouldn't be able like I think I'd
Well,
be miserable. I would
I would
hate
literally
food.
throw up. Yeah, I would literally throw up. Like I would just like
You
try to
can't,
make
your body's not meant to hold all that down.
exactly.
Especially when it's things like a whole entire pizza, I would feel so ill. Oh my God. I can't, I think one piece of pizza would put me out of commission now. I can't eat anything greasy or fried. It just messes me up.
Yeah. And that wouldn't even be like the end of it either. Like if I would have that pizza pie for like dinner at like 6 or 7 o'clock, I would like go out again and like get like I don't know,
Like,
like Chipotle or something and put on like my Army Express card or get something.
did
So
they at least like, they gave you like money for like meals and stuff, right?
yeah, we were fine. There was no shortage of any food.
I feel like if you're making me eat a pizza pie a day, I'm not footing the bill for that.
Yeah, no, definitely
Um,
not.
okay, this will be the last thing I ask you. Where did you get your pizza pies from? Very important question. I
Shit.
had my spot at Rutgers, or like I guess two.
So it depends though. Like it depends what you're in the mood for.
What
Because
do you
like
elaborate?
because if I want like a buffalo chicken slice or something, or like a specialty slice, I used to go to what's the one next to nightclub? Is it Daniel's or
Yeah,
no?
yeah, yeah. No. Uh,
It's like across from Evans or
are you Pizza and Grill? The one with the
mm,
pictures up?
no, that one's across from Scarlet Pub.
Oh.
I forgot what it was.
No, Daniel's is near nightclub, but it's like further down.
No, so there's one like right next to nightclub, sorta across from like
PJ's?
a Mediterranean
PJ's?
restaurant.
I think it's PJ's. It
Oh,
had
PJ,
like a
yeah, it's
blue
PJ's.
awning. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, blue on it. Yeah, so I would go to PJ's to get like specialty
I've never
slices, like
been there.
buffalo chicken. I love it. It's so good. But if I'm going to get like, or I would go to the Chris across from pub. Are you hungry? Pizza and Grill.
Oh yeah, that one. That was
Have
the
you?
one with all the pictures, right?
Yeah, not, yeah. I love that place. That place was great. Especially because the owner was super nice. But if I'm gonna get a whole pie, I would go to I think it was just like Pizza City. It was like across from PJ's, like on the corner.
Yes.
Yeah, I would go there because it was like I didn't care. I just needed the calories. It was
Yeah.
like $10 for a whole
So you
pie.
weren't a Daniels guy at all? I
I
guess you
was,
never really like lived near Daniels, but
I mean, I've been there once or twice, but I feel like PJ's and RU Hungry and Grill was definitely like my top two spots.
Daniels is like my favorite slice of pizza, and I think I would like fight, like I would really defend it to the death. And now that I'm looking back on it, when you're, especially when it's like late at night, they're all kind of the same.
Mm, yeah,
But no, Pizza City was my first ever slice of pizza at Rutgers on my orientation night. And it was like me and a few other girls, and Parker drove us there.
oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was the
no,
first thing I had, Pizza City. And yeah,
there's no shortage of pizza in New Brunswick.
no, I think I'm like, do you miss it because you're in Texas? I'm like done with it. I don't know the last time I've had a pizza slice.
I literally had pizza yesterday, but it was like a gourmet like pizza. It was like a nice
Oh,
one.
okay. Those are different. I can do like a coal-fired grill
Yeah, like those are definitely different than like a college slice. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like sometimes I'm like, I mean, I miss bagels so much. I get them like delivered here sometimes.
I was gonna say you should have your mom like ship them to you. That was my plan. I said if I move out of state, I'll just pay my mom to like express ship me bagels.
Yeah, I get them shipped sometimes, but like I do miss like just being like there also is Taylor and Ham here where I'm able to buy like the New Jersey one.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm able to like make Taylor and mac and cheeses here, but like there's nothing like going into a bagel
Yeah.
shop
Like Sunday,
anywhere in Jersey, like literally anywhere in Jersey, and just like getting like a bacon, egg, and cheese or like a Taylor and Ham mac and cheese or something.
especially on like a Sunday morning. That was always
I literally said that to my friend the other day. It's like I dropped them off like early in the morning. I was like, I want to go to a bagel shop right now so bad and just get like a coffee and just like see Italian
don't
dudes in
understand.
there. Yeah, like see Italian dudes in there, like reading the newspaper or something. Like, I miss that. But besides that, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think that's got to be the best part. Because I mean, there's beaches all over this place. It's got to be the bagel stores where you can get like a $2 bagel. They're so fast. They don't want to talk to you. They just want to know what you want and how many. They ring you up on their like little tiny notepad and like ancient cash register, and then you're out of there.
Yeah. And then delis and Italian food. Those are the last two things. So like delis for like subs and stuff, just like can't get a sub down here or like a good Italian
Really?
sandwich.
You can't get a sub?
Not like a good Italian. There's a Jersey Mike's down here. That's like the closest that I've seen for like good, like
But they
authentic.
don't
Like,
have the like pizza places with like
yeah,
it's like, it's like crappy in the front, and then you could actually sit down and order like a bowl
yes,
of pasta in
yes,
the back.
exactly. Yeah, like they don't have that here. There's like not great Italian food down here either. But
What
I
is
mean, I had
Texas
good pasta
known
last
for?
time.
Their seafood?
Oh,
Isn't Texas known for seafood?
seafood. There's no seafood in the middle of
I
Texas.
don't, oh, well, I guess not in the middle of Texas.
Yeah, maybe have, like that's shipped out here, which is pretty good actually. But no barbecue. Our meat. Literally all the meat. Like
Uh,
the beef out here is great.
See, I can't, barbecue is not one of those things that I could eat Italian food every day and I'll be fine. Barbecue food, like it puts me out of commission. I'll
Yeah,
not.
no, it's a lot. Yeah. But I've like been dying just to get like man, like just like a muscle, like mussels with like pasta and a red sauce dish.
Oh, that's my favorite. I think that's my favorite dish of all time.
Yeah. All right, I can't wait to be back in Jersey. I'm gonna come to Jersey probably for like a week in the summer.
Yeah, you
To be like at the shore. So I'm gonna literally be eating like Italian food like every day.
Yeah, there's this place in Asbury. I forget what it's called. I'll have to look it up. It's like Moon something. Went for my brother's birthday last year, and it's right on like the water, and they catch their like seafood and stuff from the ocean right there. So I got like a seafood pasta, and it was just so good. Just,
Yeah,
just can't beat it. So good.
exactly. Yeah. I miss that the most.
Yeah, it's all right. It'll always be here. That's fine. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I feel like I kept you for a while,
Not,
but
not at all. Having
nice
fun
to
catching up.
catch
I
up with you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to come. I'll have to come out to Austin. It's been on my bucket list. I just haven't made any moves, but I'll get there one day.
Yeah, whenever you want. Got a place to stay, you got a tour guide, drive you around. I live like 5 minutes from the airport and 5 minutes from the city. I'm like dead
Oh, that's
center.
perfect.
Super close.
It's perfect. I think getting an Uber like from and to the airport is the most annoying thing.
I I'm glad you said that. I hate it. Like I go home and like I'm telling my parents, like someone needs to pick me up. Like
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
will use Uber. I hate it.
No, I have to do it like I don't know what the problem is because on the Uber app you can select like what terminal you need to be dropped off at. My Ubers can never figure it out. Like they can I when I was leaving Houston, the guy circled the airport like 5 times until my friend was finally just like let us off here and we will figure it out.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh. Well, do you want to tell people where they can follow you on Instagram and TikTok before we hop off?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you guys can follow me on Instagram. It's gonna be Tyler Hayek. Hayek is the last name, and then my TikTok is gonna be the same thing, just with an extra K at the end. So Tyler Hayek, Hayek. Okay.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining me, Tyler.
I appreciate it, Liz. Nice talking to you.